Hi everybody, I hope everyone's doing well. This video I will be doing a quick comparative review of two matte complexion products. This is the Jouer Matte Moisture Tint with SPF 15 and this is Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. So being combination skin, getting oily in my T-zone is something that I constantly battle with, but more so now that I'm in a tropical climate country, so it's been a necessity, whereas when I was in Canada, I really favored a lot more of the luminous foundations just because the dryness and the cool temperatures allowed me to do so. So I thought it would be interesting to share two products. One is something that has been hyped a lot about and one that is a staple for a lot of people. So these are the Jouer Matte Moisture Tint and this is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. Now the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus is something that I've used for I guess 2 years now, and it's my perennial daily go-to for my T-zone. Whereas the Jouer I actually just purchased about a week ago and I've been using on a daily basis, and I really think that given that these two products are, I guess you could say, some of the most talked about out there, it would be great to show you guys the difference and what I think about both and which I choose from both. So I'll begin with the Matte Velvet Plus. This one is very straightforward. It's an oil-free, water-resistant foundation. Nothing really much there. No SPF, no skincare claims. And then you have the Jouer, which does have skincare claims. It is a mattifying moisture tint, evens out imperfections, and leaves skin with a velvety, smooth matte finish. Multi-mineral complex SPF 15. It has vitamin A, C, and E, delivers rich antioxidants to the skin, matte moisture. Okay, so I'm a MAC NC30. For the Jouer, I use the Nude shade, and for the Makeup Forever Plus, I use shade 45. So I'm gonna quickly swatch this for you guys. So these are the two products here. This one is the Jouer Matte Moisture Tint, a bit of a darker shade, and the lighter one is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. So this is how they look once they're spread. The Jouer has more of a, I would say, a thicker, almost gel-like consistency, whereas the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus has a bit more of a true liquid foundation consistency, yet without the thickness of other foundation products. Now, if I just smooth this out more, I'm going to show you guys the finish that it leaves with. So, Jouer Matte Velvet Plus. Now, just based on the two, you can clearly see that the Jouer is extremely more matte in finish. Truly matte in finish. And the Makeup Forever, the Matte Velvet Plus, still has a bit of shine or luminosity to it. Now, between the two, in terms of consistency and comfort of wear, they're both very comfortable. Actually, I don't think I can say that one is better than the other. They're comfortable to wear. They're not heavy or thick. And in terms of longevity, I think they both do very well as well. But I would have to say that I think I found that the Jouer breaks down a lot quicker for me, or maybe the way it breaks down is just not as ideal as the Matte Velvet Plus. I think after 4.5 hours or 5 hours where I do see a bit of breaking down where I actually need to powder my T-zone, whereas the Matte Velvet Plus, I've never really observed such a breaking down. I mean, I still do get a bit, obviously it still does within the day, but it's almost not even observable or even worth really detecting. Not something that I really detect, although I still do powder within the day. But with the Jouer, I found that clearly after 4.5 or 5 hours, I could visibly see oiliness breaking through. And I guess in terms of what I find better, it really just boils down to the finish. And I would have to say the Matte Velvet Plus is still far better for me. And if you do have this, I don't really think it's necessary for you to get the Jouer. I think the Jouer, the way that I find it is, I associate it to a lot of the not very ideal things or characteristics that a lot of matte foundations have, especially drugstore ones, where the finish looks almost drying on the skin. In fact, when I apply it on the cheeks, or I applied it in my whole face, I mix it with my Embryolisse Shimmer Moisturizer, so it just doesn't look so flat. And I think if there was one thing that really stands out for me in terms of comparing the two, besides the longevity, is the finish of the foundation. Whereas the Matte Velvet Plus, I still feel like it's not luminous, it's mattified, but it still doesn't look flat. I still see a bit of dimension, so it mimics more skin than the Jouer, where I feel like it's just, although it's not heavy, it can give that sense, or that visual sense of coverage and heaviness, and not very pleasing. I find that even in the back of my hands, when I first swatched it, I find that it seeped into the creases of the back of my hand. So whereas the Matte Velvet Plus, I feel like even without a primer, it just glides on the surface and creates a very smooth, well, I guess, I don't know if you can say luminous matte, but a smooth mattified finish that does not look flat. So that's about it. I hope that was interesting and informative. Price-wise, I will put the difference of the prices down below, but essentially I think that they're both very good. I think the Jouer Matte Moisture Tint is very good, especially if you're extremely oily. But since I'm just combination, I still find the Matte Velvet Plus a lot better because I like the finish that it leaves me with. It's not very flat, and also I find that the wear of the Matte Velvet Plus still far outweighs the Jouer in terms of, even with a breakdown of foundation, it still looks beautiful and you don't really see pockets of oiliness anywhere. So I hope you guys found that interesting and informative. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day or a great evening.